Hello, I'm Ed Rabyd, otherwise known as the Rabyd Atheist, a former pastor turned atheist, now a compassionate anti-theist. Welcome to my channel. Feel free to like or dislike the video as you see fit, so feel free to hit those buttons. Feel free to comment below, and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell for more content as it is released. A shout out to the Rabyd Nation, and you already saw the thumbnail, you already looked at the title, so let's get into it. Coming back strong. I have been really lackadaisical about this channel, and I've been struggling to figure out why. This used to be a real passion of mine, to post videos and talk about deconversion and getting back into talking about these issues, because these are big issues for me, and they still are. I could use a lot of excuses. I could talk about, how I've had a lot of changes in my life. I've been depressed. But it's these kind of activities, these talking about things, that keep me from the depression. Every time I stop, the depression seems to get worse. But then I don't do anything about it. And I try, okay, well, maybe I can do a video every other day, and none of that has really worked. None of that has really motivated me. And so I went back to my blogging days, and coincidentally, I started writing on my blog, The Great Wayfarer, today as well. But I said, the real thing that made that blog work and made all my blogs work is I wrote on them nearly every damn day. And I began to look at other YouTubers. And while not every YouTuber that is successful posts every day, they post quite often, at least 4, sometimes 5 times a week. And it's not always the best stuff, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the greatest of things. So it's a question of, this channel is very much where I get on here, and it's very much like a podcast. I mean, you can listen to me on your way to work without looking at the video most of the time. I very rarely make any kind of visual representations. But, I may have some fun with some things that I'm trying to learn how to do, and I'm still looking for that significant other that knows more about video editing and stuff like that. For me, that would be just, put her high on my list of marriageable material at this point. That's just kind of where I stand with it. But I want to thank everybody for hanging around. I thank my Patreons. You didn't have dropped me. Some of you, I actually picked up a Patreon, which I don't know. But that stuff kind of pays for a few things, like my editing software license, things like that. So I'm kind of in that mode. But I really felt the need. I gotta do this every day, or nearly every day, in order for it to work. After reading Atomic Habits, I've kind of dived back into that book, because I always was really good at setting goals and doing all this stuff. But execution was the kick-ass for me. And now I think understanding that I need to do this every day, that I need to make it easy to do it every day. I need to make it a habit of doing it every day. I need to enjoy it doing it every day. Part of my problem is the emotions of all this. It's hard for me to process what parts of what I'm going through are deconversion, and what other parts of it just my personality, and I'm struggling with life. And there is a difference sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't have a damn thing to do with what you went through as faith. And you got to sift through that. But other times it's like, God damn it, it's that fucking shit from my Christianity that teaches you to be guilty about everything because you're a dirty, no good sinner. You can't do anything right. And if it wasn't for Jesus, you would never be worth anything. And it's like, nah, bro, I'm done. A little lingo I picked up from some of my students. But I said, no, I got to figure out a way to talk about this on a more regular basis. Colleagues at work, I have a couple colleagues at work that are also fellow non-believers, if not atheists. And so we talk every once in a while. But I need to be processing this more often, and writing and doing this video channel and things like that have always been a help for me, and I needed to get back to that. There's a lot of other things that I've got to do. I got to get back to lifting weights more regularly. I've got to get back to watching my diet. I've been actually doing pretty good with my diet. I have to do a lot of other things. And I don't really necessarily want to spiel about how all the shit that I'm going through. I'm more interested in trying to adjust things so that everything's a daily business. So in that vein, probably most of my videos from now on are going to be like 8 to 10 minutes. I'm literally going to probably talk about one topic, post edit it with like a front and a back, and call it good. Now, if I think certain things are worthy of, say, another picture over me to show you what I'm talking about or something else, I will definitely do that. I have no problem doing that. So it's kind of, you need to understand that that's what's going to be going on. I'm not necessarily going to do 20-minute videos or even 30-minute videos or do, the Sunday show anymore. I don't think the Sunday show is helpful. I will still post on Sunday, but it may just be another 10-minute video where I talk about something pertinent. My main issue is to continue to discuss the problems that leaving your faith does to you. I want to continue to discuss how what you think sometimes is nothing more than what you were conditioned to think, and how to distinguish between that and, life's just fucking hard sometimes, or, my personality just doesn't lend to that. A few other things that are going on in my life that I think are worth note at this point. And I may talk at length about some of this stuff in another video later the week. But, recently I got so frustrated with dating in general and online dating in particular that I pretty much removed myself from every dating site that I was on. My new focus, and I think this kind of goes along with what I'm doing here today with my YouTube channel, my main new focus is just to work on me, to become a better me, to get myself established, to do the things I need to do to make my life. And if I run into another female that wants to share in that life and feels that she can mesh and I can mesh with her in that life, then I'll be happy to have her. But I don't think I'm going to meet that person online. I think that's dead to me. This summer I'm planning on doing a lot of camping and hiking, limited because I haven't done that in so long, and I need to learn some skills and remind myself of what it's like to be a good camper and a good hiker. Plus I need to get back in shape, and that also helps me with my depression. So I'm just trying to utilize all of this stuff, and I think pursuing a relationship at this point actively is probably not in my best interests. I'm going to wait. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to follow the advice of my very smart daughter, and when it comes to relationships, and take it slow and find the right one. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Well, I want to thank you for coming by. We've hit the 8-minute mark, and I want to make these videos a little bit shorter. I want to thank you for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and do all the things you do. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can do that, and you can follow me on Facebook. I want to thank you all for stopping by and listening to a former pastor turned atheist. And hopefully someday I can convince you to be a rabid atheist like myself. In the meantime, this is Ed Rabyd, also known as the Rabyd Atheist, signing off and wishing you a good day.